In a world glittering with flashing lights and chart-topping anthems, Paul Roberts was the unseen genius who shaped the moments that stayed with us long after the last note faded. At just 52, he was more than a choreographer. He was a visionary who turned stadiums into living, breathing stages of human emotion. His sudden passing feels like a shuttered curtain on one of pop culture's greatest behind-the-scenes artisans. Today, we remember how his quiet authority and boundless creativity elevated every artist he touched, transforming dance from mere movement into pure storytelling. When the news broke, the announcement was almost gentle. A calm voice intoned, "Choreographer Paul Roberts is dead at 52 years old," as an Instagram screenshot floated on the screen. It showed a framed photo of Paul, 1973 to 2025, beneath Phil Griffin's heartfelt words, "You passed as you lived, full of grace." On the evening of September 26, 2025, after a courageous battle with cancer, Paul passed away gently at home, surrounded by his family. Within minutes, tributes poured in, Sam Smith calling him a light in this world, Sophia Beekster lauding his warmth, sweetness, and talent, and thousands of fans echoing one refrain, "Rest in peace." Long before the glow of global tours and celebrity endorsements, a boy in suburban London found himself captivated by movement. Enrolled in ballet classes at age 10, Paul quickly felt constrained by rigid steps and tutus. His heart beat to the rhythm of street dance and underground hip-hop crews. Winning a scholarship to the London Studio Centre was a turning point. Suddenly, he could refine classical technique while preserving that raw urban energy. Those formative years laid the bedrock of a style that would one day fuse the precision of theater with the pulse of the streets. After graduating, Paul leaped into the West End theater scene. He took on roles as assistant choreographer for blockbusters like Chicago and Mamma Mia, a phase often overlooked by fans of his later pop work. Yet critics took note. Here was a talent who could inject a shot of pop vitality into any show. When directors needed a dance break that felt as slick as a music video, they called Paul. His West End credits built his reputation as someone who could balance technical demands with sheer entertainment value. His breakthrough in pop came in 2011 when Katy Perry tapped him for her California Dreams residency. Suddenly, Paul was orchestrating elaborate routines set against towering palm trees and neon signs, blending his theatrical expertise with a playful, carefree vibe. The success of that residency opened the floodgates. By 2012, he had become the driving force behind One Direction's early stadium tours, overseeing choreography that perfectly matched the band's youthful exuberance and global appeal. It was on those massive stages that Paul truly left his mark. With One Direction's Up All Night and Take Me Home tours, he choreographed every jump, slide, and hand toss, ensuring each band member looked like a natural performer even as stadiums shook with cheer. His cameo in the 2013 documentary This Is Us, urging Harry Styles up a ramp with a grin, "Come on, Harry." It's a bit of a free-for-all, offered a rare glimpse of his infectious enthusiasm. Every show he touched became a dynamic narrative, a series of vignettes that kept fans on the edge of their seats. What set Paul apart was his ability to weave storytelling into dance. Rather than stringing together pretty moves, he composed sequences with emotional arcs, an opening flourish that captured attention, a tension-filled bridge leading to an explosive finale. He treated dancers not as cogs but collaborators, encouraging them to invest their own personality in each step. His rehearsals felt like creative labs, where ideas vibrated off the walls and every performer felt heard. Ever the innovator, Paul embraced emerging technologies long before they were mainstream. He integrated projection mapping, allowing imagery to swirl around dancers as if they were stepping through shifting dimensions. He experimented with drones swooping overhead during key song climaxes and interactive lighting that responded to performers' movements in real time. These daring choices elevated concerts from mere musical recitals into holistic audio-visual experiences that audiences still rave about. Beyond teenage heartthrobs and cutting-edge tech, Paul's resumes sparkled with legends. Sir Paul McCartney enlisted him for the Out There World Tour, praising his knack for balancing classical rock choreography with modern flair. Diana Ross invited him to choreograph her farewell tour, while even Prince's posthumous tribute performances bore his creative imprint. In later years, he parlayed his pop culture insight into viral ad campaigns for brands like Nike and Samsung, crafting dance spots that amassed millions of views and proven his versatility across mediums. Even as he scaled these professional heights, Paul battled cancer privately, determined to shield his friends and colleagues from worry. When he finally and courageously shared his situation through that singular Instagram post, it was not a plea for attention but a graceful acknowledgement of his journey. He spent his final days at home, leaning on the love of partner Phil Griffin and a close-knit circle of family and friends. The news of his peaceful passing at home on September 26th resonates with the same grace he embodied throughout his life. Reactions to his death poured in from every corner of the globe. Sam Smith took to social media. "My thoughts and heart are with all of Paul's family. His magic will never leave." Fans echoed Sam's sentiment with heartfelt comments. "Rest in paradise, Paul Angel. May this wonderful man rest in peace. God rest your beautiful soul." Each echoed message, each emoji-filled line, underscores how deeply his choreography touched people's lives, whether they danced on stage, in studios, or simply watched in awe on their screens. Though cancer claimed Paul's body, his influence refuses to fade. Dancers he mentored now helm their own companies, carrying forward the lessons he taught about artistry and humanity. Concert productions he shaped continue to inspire directors and choreographers worldwide. More than that, his vision redefined what a choreographer could be. Not a background technician, but a vital storyteller who helps forge an artist's identity. In every routine that balances grace and grit, his legacy endures. Paul Roberts' journey from suburban London studios to the biggest stages on Earth reminds us that real artistry often happens behind the curtain. He refused to settle for ordinary dance. Instead, he relentlessly pushed boundaries, fusing street and theater, marrying technology with human movement, and crafting narratives that resonated universally. His death leaves an irreplaceable void, yet it also solidifies his place in pop culture lore. As we watch video clips of his greatest routines, we honor a man who moved us, quite literally, to our core. Rest in power, Paul Roberts. Your dance goes on.